Welcome back, guys. Smurfy back for round 5, and we are on the play, which is sweet. This hand is not great, just because we have turn 1 and then turn 2, and then we have nothing. I think this is a keep, I'm not sure. So if we draw any 3 or 4 drop, it's awful. If we draw any 1 mana or 2 mana spell or land, it's fine. Like, if we had black mana for this, we're just so far off doing anything with these. I actually think this is a mulligan. Like, the Hazard is basically just a mulligan anyway, because it's going to take so long to get there, so I'm just going to mulligan that. Yeah, this is much better. We don't really need that, so we'll just play the Blooming Marsh and pass. And then turn 2 we can play Heart of Kirin, which is pretty much the best turn 2 in the game in Standard at the minute. We'll play Game Trail, Revealing the Mountain, and Heart of Kirin. Sweet, so next turn we've got Scrap Heap Scrounger. This is why I just feel that Long Tusk Cub doesn't really fit in this deck, because it just doesn't do enough. It doesn't crew Heart of Kirin, it doesn't activate Ronas very efficiently. Obviously none of the 2 drops do, but at least they all have other bonuses. I just feel that Long Tusk Cub is pretty weak. Obviously we can pay for Censor if they choose to do that. If they have Harness Lightning, they can't actually kill it here. Oh, gross. Okay, they actually did this really well. So they've done it in response to the crew, and they've done this because now we can't Blossoming Defense it, so that's really well played by our opponent there. Yeah, that was really nice that they did that like that. I can really appreciate like tiny differences in plays, which makes such a huge difference. We don't have the Blossoming Defense, but it's just good form to do things correctly like that. Our opponent is in the tank. And they're going to play Rogue Refiner, sure. So depending on what we draw, we'll change how... that was a good draw actually. I was going to say depending on what we draw, we'll change what we want to do here, because if we draw a land, then we would definitely not attack into this, because we want to keep... We'll use the Glory Ring to get rid of this, but I think because we drew Ronas, we're just going to swing in. Actually, no, we don't want to attack, do we? Because we want to be able to pump Ronas to, pump the Scrounger to enable Ronas. If we draw an untapped land, then obviously we can just play Glorybringer and attack with both, but we might not, so... Alright, our opponent just passed, which to me suggests they have Glimmer of Genius. This is quite risky to pump here, just because if they kill it, then we can't do anything this turn. But playing the Long Tusk Cub doesn't achieve much anyway, and I'm just going to assume they have Glimmer of Genius. Like, if they have a removal spell, then I guess they're not doing anything either, so... Yeah, they're going to kill this now. It's really nice to see that our opponent is, like, playing everything as late as possible. It's just like really efficient play. Definitely appreciate that. I think it's much easier to do that in real life than it is on Modo. Like, especially like around the damage area, I always end up accidentally clicking through things. They're just going to attack. I mean, that's fine with us because that means we can get a 9. They don't know that we have the Glory Bringer, but I think that's pretty aggressive to do that. Yeah, I think it was wrong to attack there. I'm not sure. Might be okay, but it's just so easy for us to enable it, Ronas. I could exert the Glory Bringer, but I think we just want to get the damage in as quickly as possible. Because we're not winning this when it goes to the late game, as previously shown by the last 2 rounds. See what our opponent's up to. Hope, like, Aetherworks Marvel would be pretty bad for us. But besides that, I don't really know what else we're worried about. Heartless Lightning would be bad, actually. But if they are going to do it, they should definitely do it now before we have a Blossoming Defense. So if they're going to have a kill spell, they're going to probably kill it in response to this. So we can't crew it to enable Ronas, which is fine because now we can just play Long Dust card, pump that, crew the Heart of Kiran. Actually, so the reason I've done this is because now we can pump and crew without playing the scrap. There's no reason to play the scrap heap into sorcery speed removal. Okay, so here it actually worked out better if we had exerted last time, because then we would have got 5 in here instead of... Yeah, we should have just exerted there. Or it would have gotten more damage. I don't know if it's correct to exert there or not. I think that's pretty close. And there's the Aetherworks. I'm just going to spin straight away. And they just got Glimmer Genius, which is really good for us. They've probably done this in case they do hit a draw spell, then they can play another land. I don't think they played a land for turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, they've missed some land drops. And then some we're just going to bring back Scrap Heap. So now we just have like a free attack to do whatever we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So playing the mountain doesn't change anything. And our opponent just conceded, yeah. Because 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, yeah. So, again, bring in the Manglehorns. They don't feel like they're doing that great work here. They're really good against Mardu. I just bring them in here because, I mean, it's better than nothing, right? But I'm not sure it is. We'll cut the Fatal Pushes. I think we're going to just try and hope they don't hit Ulamog straight away and try and go to the long game. Actually, no, we're gonna try and go even lower to the ground this game. So we're gonna go Magma Sprays. We're gonna cut these. Yeah. Bring in 2 more magma sprays. Anything else to make, I guess, just 2 fatal push? Oh, we'll play 2 Chandra then. Alright, we're going to play this. The idea of this is we're just going to go like super low to the ground and just hope we can kill them quickly. I really don't know the best sideboarding option for this. I'm just going to try different things out, and it's a pretty easy mulligan. Alright, we'll keep this. Sure, if we can get a turn 4 Hazoret, that'd be really nice. So we can go turn 1 Tune, turn 2 Heart of Kieran, turn 3 Greenbelt. And because we've got quite a few lands, we can hopefully get Hazoret online attacking on turn 4. I guess we get the Swamp and pass. We've got double green and double red, so there's no reason to get any more of them. So next time we can play Ronas in our land. Problem is we're drawing a card every turn for Hazoret. We don't actually want to be drawing lands from Hazoret. For turn because of Hazoret. That's actually really nice because it's really mana efficient. So this turn we can play Ronas, next turn like hopefully we can cast a bunch of different spells in the same turn, and yeah, just do that to get Hazoret active soon. So next time we can play Greenbelt, which actually enables the Heart of Kieran to get crewed without the Ronas, and then the Ronas can attack. If they don't use a Thopter to block here, I'm just going to assume that they have Aetherworks, which it looks like they do. Sure, like this is like one of our faster draws, and it looks like we're not going to be able to beat theirs. They're in the tank, which means they probably haven't hit an Ulamog. That's not bad though. And they're going to attack. So they just assume we can't activate Ronas the next turn. But we can. It's a shame we didn't have less cards in hand, and then we could have attacked with Hazoret as well and done them like 10 out of nowhere, but so depending on how quick they can get to the next Marvel energy threshold, then we're actually looking okay. Yeah, we're just going to empty our hand here. Play the Rampager, and now we can attack with both. And if they want to block to get the trigger, so they can get 4 from here and then 1 when this dies, we can Magma Spray this. It won't kill it, but it says if a creature would die this turn, exile it instead, which means it won't trigger the Aetherworks. So if they have an Aether Hub, then we do kind of shut them off it. Sure. Yeah, so what they're going to do here is get 1 from here, 4 from here, and then 5, 6 when these both die. But I'm actually gonna Magma Spray 1 to put them off an increment of 6 here. Can't see why it'd make any difference which one. Okay, and then we're just gonna. There we go. So they can crack this and go up to 5. Wait, have I fucked that up? Yep. I have fucked that up. Yeah, that's just going to be game. I thought that would have put them down to 5, but I don't know where they got the 6th one from. Yeah, apparently this deck just can't beat Marvel, so I don't know if that's I'm playing wrong or like I know Patrick said that Patrick Dickman said that he was going to release his article on next week, so like I don't know what that'll be. Starting from like he said he's going to start writing it like next week, so that's like starting the 21st. So by the end of this month, there'll probably be an article, or the early next June, for an article on the deck. Because I'm definitely interested to see what he said, because obviously he did pretty well with the deck. I'm going to try keeping all the unlicensed disintegrations in, and cutting the magma sprays. Alright, we'll try this. It might just be that just my sideboard plan hasn't got anything that's good in this matchup. Yeah, we'll keep this. This hand is like really fast for our deck. We've got turn 1 Attune, turn 2 Half Kirin, and then turn 3 we can play Long Toss Cup and Greenbelt Rampager, which is insane. We're gonna get a mountain here. Because we need a source for the game trail, but at the same time we already have double green, so we might as well get double red in case we draw a double red card. And we never need more than 1 black really. It's also worth noting that Manglehorn is a you may, so if we play it and we have a Heart of Kirin and play no other artifacts, you don't have to blow your Heart of Kirin up. So now I'm kind of tempted to just Manglehorn this Puzzle Knot. So if we blow that up, then yeah, we just miss out on so much damage though. Because we're not, yeah, if we play Manglehorn, we can't crew the Heart of Kirin, and we're not developing the board. We're adding 2 power to the board instead of 5. I think we do have to play as like aggressively as possible. Like Manglehorn is nice to slow them down, but I don't think we can lose an entire turn to just destroy this. We're gonna attune, sure. Guess we play Greenbelt. So if we play Greenbelt, we can respond to the trigger by crewing the Heart of Kirin. What did they tutor for? Was it that forest? Yeah. So this is more aggressive. We can crew the Heart of Kirin and then attack him with everything. But they've left open 2 mana, which kind of means they might have Harness Lightning, and if they do, then I'd rather just Manglehorn blow this up, and then they can't play Marvel next turn and spin it. Well, I guess they can't Marvel and spin it next turn anyway, unless they use Harness Lightning on this. to deal 2 and go up to 6. I think we're just going to play the green belt here. And again, just try and kill our opponent as quickly as possible and not try and like overthink it. And assuming this long tusk cub gets in, then we can actually resolve the green belt post combat because it will generate 2 energy. Yeah, oh, they're just going to flash that in, sure. Alright, now we just have to hope they don't have untapped land into Aetherworks, into Ulamog. Well, there's the untapped land. There's the Aetherworks. I'm just going to Manglehorn now. And the reason I want to do it now is because then they have to spin it now. So if they want Ulamog, then they can, but we don't at least lose a guy when we attack in. I think if they get Ulamog, we just lose on the spot though. Yeah, I think we want to Manglehorn first. So they're going to spin. If they hit Ulamog, I think that's just game. They're on way too much life. And they've got an extra 3 here. Sure, yeah. Alright, it turns out that Marvel is just a really bad matchup because we went 2-0, 2-0 against both those other decks, and then we've just got completely crushed by Marvel. I'm interested to see if anyone else has had the same results or completely different results or whatever. If there's a good sideboard or a better sideboard card like Transgress the Mind I should be playing, I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But I've just been destroyed by Marvel. It's like kind of put me off the deck. I think the deck is like considerably better than all the other decks in the meta other than Marvel because of the bad matchup. So like it's kind of like a Mardu deck where you play like unless it's Disintegration, Fatal Push, Heart of Kieran, Scrap Heap, Scrounger, but you just have better creatures in the deck, and also better mana. But the problem is that Aetherworks crushes Mardu anyway, so it's like you're playing a better Mardu deck, but you still lose to the bad matchup, which is Marvel, which is probably the most played deck in the format now, or it's going to be. So if that's the case where this just can't beat Marvel, then I will just see if there's another deck we can play to try and beat that. Maybe you just splash blue instead of black. It makes the deck weaker against every other matchup, but if you can play Negate to negate their Aetherworks, then maybe that's good enough to just make the make your win rate go up. Because like we had no problem beating the other 2 decks, but we just got completely crushed by Marvel. So if we can increase our win rate against Marvel by like 15% and make every other matchup like 5% weaker, that might actually be worth doing. So yeah, I'm actually in the process of writing an article about this deck at the minute. So if you guys want to read up about this deck in more depth, then feel free to read the link in the description or the article in the description. And stay tuned for next week another playlist. I'm not sure what I'm going to play yet, but yeah, thanks for listening. Peace.